Welcome to Make It Plain, where we unlock the power of practical AI for real world application. I am Maisha, and my aim is your AI gains. Are you ready to leverage AI for real results? Okay, let's hop right in. So, today I want to bring to you a scenario that I covered in my last Maven cohort. And in that course, which is called Future Ready Recruiting, we went through a 6-part framework called Search, where each letter is a different part of the role of a recruiter, sourcer, TA professional. And we really had a rich conversation around the C and the H, which stand for closing and hiring. So let me show you how we use GPT to serve as a consultant, kind of an expert in our pocket for coaching us through closing a candidate. So I'm going to close my camera and give you more of my screen and take you right in. So in this scenario, I'm going to copy and paste a particular prompt, and you'll get to see some of the challenges. All right. So here I want GPT to act as an experienced VP of engineering at a developer tool SaaS company. I'm explaining that I'm a recruiter who's working on extending an offer to a candidate for a final role. I mentioned some of the concerns from the candidate, but the primary being that they're a little bit reluctant to move into a new company. So the main challenge is that he has recently mentioned turning down a few other offers. You could fill in, whatever that candidate objection is at this point, right? And so you've done your pre-close early in the process and still you made it to the end and there's something that's kind of keeping you from feeling confident. So we can actually just hit enter here, but I really want to show you that setting the persona is going to be so pivotal. So I'm wanting a left-brained engineering viewpoint here, but you could also say act as a recruiting leader like Lars Schmidt, like Carmen Hudson, like Glenn Cathy, anybody with a digital footprint where ChatGPT has likely been trained on some article or information about them on the internet. You could fill in here, right? You could actually name a person. So just want you to know that you have that flexibility. So let's just see what comes from this prompt, where my question is, I'm wondering what I should consider to ensure the final offer is smooth and evaluate all my options. I'm just going to change that to and I've evaluated all my options. All right. Okay. So we can see here, ChatGPT is giving us some headers to consider, right? And these are, of course, what we are likely already thinking about as a recruiter. The culture, the growth potential, address that concern head on, right? Some of the concerns around maybe joining another startup or joining another company in the middle of a very dynamic, fast moving economy, right? Some people might be reluctant to make that move. All right, so it gives me some really interesting things to consider. Now, I'm going to actually make this chat available to you so you'll be able to read through it. I just want to really show you how you can optimize the power of this in a very practical way, because between this, which is the desktop, and the mobile iOS and Android app, you have a consultant in your pocket at any time. And you can take notes on a call with a candidate and tell them, you know what, give me 10 minutes. I need to just sort out a few things and I'll be right back. I'll call you back. Right. And you can consult with GPT. You can take this to the hiring manager. You can brainstorm together. Right. And you just come back with more insights than you would have come to on your own. Now, to iterate on this again, I can say, give me a 1-minute script or list of questions to ask on the offer call as I set the tone for the offer. Okay. So anything you need, you're going to get that from GPT. The magic is in your prompt. It's in how creative you can be, how critically you can think about the challenge. Okay. So this is telling us to start with a warm opening, segue into the offer with enthusiasm, ask key questions to engage and understand that position. Love all of this. Imagine having this when you were a new recruiter and you were extending your first 10, 15 offers, right? It's always a little bit nervous, evokes a little bit of nervousness, but you can get there in time, but look at the learning curve completely get cut down in half or more with this prompting, right? And sometimes your manager can't even give you advice like this. So this is really, really awesome. The last thing I'll show you here in this conversation before I send you off on your way to hopefully practice with ChatGPT Plus, which is what I'm using here, is I can then ask GPT, depending on how the call goes, give me 2 succinct emails that I can send immediately to follow up. Okay, so the scenarios will be 1, if it's a clear yes, and 2, if it's a soft no. Or we can even say if it's let me see, if it's a slow yes, and if it's a hard no. Let's just see if GPT knows what I'm getting at. Okay. All right. So based on our conversations and your skill set, we believe you'd be perfect fit for our team. Okay. Before I show the details, okay, this is interesting. So it's giving me the 1-minute offer script call, but I want the follow-up email. Okay, good. Here we go. So if it's a slow yes, they're going to say, thank you for the thoughtful conversation. I love this. And what I say about GPT and emails is let it craft your first draft. You take this format, 3 succinct paragraphs, and then you make it your own. You revise it, right? But this is getting you from 0 to 1 a lot quicker than if you had to stare at a blank page and get it done yourself. Okay. So now we have a slow yes on the follow-up email template, and then we have a hard no. Okay. And it looks like it's keeping the door open, maybe join us in the future. I love that. Right. So you can start to build these templates in. If these are useful, you can share these chats just like I'll share it with you in the comments below. And you can start to share it with your teammates and have them iterate on it and really just grow, right? So hopefully this has been helpful. I can go on and on with ChatGPT, but I'm going to stop now. That is a wrap on today's Make It Plain Insight. And if you found this AI use case helpful and you would like to see me demonstrate more like it, hit the like button, share with others, or let me know in the comments what AI tool you would like me to cover next. All right. Keep making AI gains. I'm Maisha, coming back on camera to say farewell. That's my Abby. I missed the mark on doing it, but I'll get it right for the next video. Bye for now.